What do you think about all that stuff where we take the piss out of Fishguard?
I object to it.
What about where we cut up old interviews to make people look stupid?
I object to it. I don't care for the idea at all.
It's hard luck then, isn't it, really? Hello, and a Merry Fishguard Christmas to you. Right, let's see what our first joke is going to be. Here we go. Bloke goes into the doctor, says to the doctor, Doctor, what's the matter with me? I keep thinking I'm a clapped-out seaside resort in North Wales. The doctor says, I know what's wrong with you. You're ill. You're ill. Yes, I've made quite a few nasty jokes about ill over the years. In fact, just the other day, somebody said to me, have I ever had a problem with threatening letters? I said, no. I just keep sending them out. Anyway, tonight's programme is going to be all about the last 10 years of Lookout Wales. So let's start with my very first appearance as the face of Fishguard. On momentous occasion, marred only by the presence of Barry Welsh.
And now every week, this time, we'll be going over to our roving reporter, Hugh Pugh, to find out what's happening in the rest of Wales. Are you there, Hugh? Hugh, are you there?
Yes?
Where are you this week?
Fishguard.
Colour's a bit black and white there, Hugh. Why is that?
Black and white.
Oh.
That's all we got in Fishguard.
Great.
Hello. Hello. This is the Lookout Wales news desk, and I am Hugh Pugh. Fishguard War Memorial closed for lunch today for the first time. In future, people will not be allowed to look at it between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Well-known Fishguard resident Kenny Twat brought his brain to be weighed today. Kenny is convinced that he should have passed his 11 plus all those years ago and wants to know how clever he really is. At 4.5 pounds and 37 inches, it certainly looks like a winner, and it's nicely balanced as well. All Kenny's got to do now is get it back into his head. Good night. Well, Kenny Twat never did manage to get his brain back into his head. But that didn't stop him going on to become Mayor of Fishguard. Which does beg the question, should a man with an IQ of 0 hold high political office? All I can say is, it seems to work in America. But that's enough satire. Let's sit back now and enjoy some of my favourite Fishguard moments from the last 10 years. Good evening. A contest between Fishguard's Staring Club and their arch rivals Haverfordwest Glaring Society had to be called off today when one of the contestants was found to have a glass eye.
Glass eye is cheating, isn't it? That's against the rules, that is.
The match will be replayed next week when Fishguard's Staring Club hope to see off their opponents. The town of Fishguard got itself a fire brigade today after years of campaigning. The volunteer force of part-time firemen was soon in action. A note is passed to Mr. Tupp in the post office, informing him of the blaze, and he quickly alerts his brave firefighting colleagues who drop everything and rush to the scene to do battle with the conflagration. Good.
Who's that?
Oh, boys, so quick.
Well, get him Hop in, boys! Oh! They're a bit young and down.
Right, got
right.
So what's up?
Fix them on.
What is it?
I'm gonna tell. I've got it, yeah.
It was just pure bad luck that the fire went out 2 hours right after. Mayor of Fishguard, Mr. Kenny Twat, said he was relieved that Fishguard people could now set fire to their homes in complete safety. Welcome to Fishguard. Yes, Fishguard. Well, once again, it's time for the world-famous Fishguard Film Festival, held annually. No, annually, every year. And this year is no exception. Yes, once again, the stars and starlets of the slippery screen have shunned the Oscars and come to Fishguard, hoping to win the coveted Fish d'Or, or goldfish, as it's known to foreigners. Meanwhile, the celebrities have started to arrive. Here's Elizabeth Taylor with a selection of husbands. And there's Bridget Bardot with some of her friends. And who's that in the Wolseley? God blimey, it's only Marlena Dietrich. Marlena, it's Hugh Pugh. Oh, Marlena. Hey. Top stars demand top accommodation, and that's no problem in Fishguard. Most of them probably think they're still in Beverly Hills. Being so close to Leonardo DiCaprio's caravan is just a bit too much for these fans. There's Sophie Loren going back to her caravan for a bit of a lie down. And there's Gregory Pecker, her new boyfriend. We know where you're going, Gregory. Way, man. Some of the film stars prefer to bring their own caravan. Here's Paul Newman towing a top-of-the-range Wayfarer companion. Warrant Beatty is staying at Flaps, the local campsite. I asked him how he liked being under canvas. Warrant, what have you got in the thermos then?
Oh, mostly Scotch.
Scotch? That'll keep you warm when you sleeping bag. Well, I wasn't the only one who'd had a drink that night. Warrant Beatty enjoyed himself in a very big way and had to be helped back to his caravan at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it looked like Sophie Loren and Gregory Pecker had quite a night of it as well. Yes. The behaviour of some of these stars of the slippery screen leaves quite a lot to be desired, quite frankly. And as far as the people of Fishguard are concerned, let's hope they all come back again next year and spend another fortune. This is Hugh Pugh in Fishguard. Yes, everyone's welcome in Fishguard, except, of course, for Barry Welsh, who's about as welcome here as a turd on a tablecloth. Here he is now.
Hello, do you mind if I talk to you? I'm TV's Barry... Sorry?
I haven't got any time. I got to do a job.
Just asking a couple of questions. Are you on the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, who are you talking to?
Martin, is someone trying to shut me up on the telly?
Martin, how are you doing down there, Martin? Well, I can't hear you very well. Oh, Barry Welsh is coming?
Sorry?
Hiya.
How are you doing, all right?
All right.
Yep.
We're doing some research into proverbs. Can you tell me, do you think it's true you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Barry Welsh?
Pardon?
Have you ever had an old dog? I don't mean that in a dirty way. He's laughing. I think he probably has had an old dog. Barry Welsh?
Hang on. Sorry, what was you saying?
Barry Welsh?
I'm Welsh, yes, I am. So, moved in London.
Barry Welsh?
Barry Welsh.
Yes?
And?
Here, you don't recognise me? Oh, right.
Sorry.
I'm just going to ask this bus driver what he thinks. What do you think? Is there any truth in the saying that... Barry Welsh on the TV? Barry Welsh is coming? No.
I'm not from around you.
Oh, where are you from?
Hello. Former corporal in the Fish Guards, Mr. Clinically Dead, was at Fishguard Town Hall today to receive a bravery medal that his regiment had lost more than 50 years ago. Unfortunately, the council had lost the medal again, so they gave him an oven-ready chicken instead. Huge crowds gathered today in Fishguard to watch the huge crowd which had gathered to watch a huge crowd gathering. There were huge crowds, said a spokesman for Fishguard Police. A local vineyard owned by Mayor of Fishguard, Mr. Kenny Twat, has produced its first batch of wine. Chateau Myself is described as a strongly flavoured grey wine with a powerful bouquet reminiscent of the farmyard. Mr. Twat said that the wine would go down well with any sort of food, but he refused to guarantee that it would stay down. And finally, the luckiest pub in Wales, the Five Horseshoes, is to be renamed the Three Horseshoes after two of the horseshoes fell off the sign and killed the landlord. All right, son, you're nicked. Police in Fishguard launched a major initiative this week to crack down on a gang of child criminals. A special undercover police unit, the so-called Santa Squad, have been formed in order to penetrate the gang.
All right, lads. They may try to bribe you with sweets, so watch out. Here you go.
Left, right.
Officers from the Santa Squad have successfully elicited confessions from a number of suspects.
So what did you take?
Doing the bicycle.
Oh, yes. Anything else, sir?
And the clockwork mouse.
Clockwork mouse, eh? And what else? Speak up.
The penny whistle.
You evil bastard. Scum. You know that? Scum. Take him away, Constable. And what have you nicked, you horrible little tealy?
A bike.
A bike, eh? What sort of bike?
One with all 2 litre brakes so that you can stop it with a barrel on.
Right, you are under arrest. And I hope they lock you up and throw away the key.
Those of the gang that have been caught are being held here in top security cell block. Mad one-eyed Jack and baby-faced baby. Get used to that porridge, boys. Another successful mission for the men of the Santa Squad. Most people in Wales have no problem with the law, but there is one Welshman who still can't get the hang of one of the simplest laws of all, the law of gravity. Here's the biggest prat in Wales doing some pratfalls to take us up to the brig. See you in part 2.
I'm Barry Welsh. Barry Welsh is coming asking a few questions about... Oh, thank you for talking to us.
Okay, right.
Oh, I wonder if I could ask you...
What do you think of the jokes in the Barry Welsh show?
I think they're absolutely disgusting.
You watch the show every week?
Yes, I do.
What do you think of the Barry Welsh show?
Well, is it decent? Is it decent? I mean, you answer me that question. Is it decent? I don't think it is.
What do you think they should do about it then?
Ban it. Definitely.
Welcome back. Christmas. That time of year when we're all encouraged to think of others, which makes it particularly sad that only last week local charity Warm Clothes for Old People had to close down for lack of donations. I'm not really surprised. I wouldn't swap a nice warm overcoat for an old age pensioner. But never mind them. Let's sit back and enjoy some more of my favourite fishguard moments from the last 10 years. Fishguard Open Air Voting Society voted unanimously that they should continue to vote unanimously when voting. It was a unanimous vote. Fishguard's first Jewish pub is about to open. The bar Mitzvah will cater for drinkers of all religions, but during happy hour, only those who have been circumcised will get cut-price drinks. St. Sardine's Church, Fishguard, is set to attract pilgrims from all over the world with its newly acquired set of holy relics. The actual nails from the cross that Jesus Christ was crucified on and Christ's pipe are regarded by theologians as some of the finest religious artifacts ever seen. The vicar of St. Sardines, the Reverend V.D. Thomas, said that actually seeing the holy relics made him very glad that it was Christ that was nailed up and not him. And finally, Fishguard Fire Brigade took delivery of a new state-of-the-art fireproof suit today, seen here being demonstrated by leading fireman Norman Helmut. He told me that the great advantage of the new suit is that it's quick and easy to get into in an emergency. Well done, Norman. Let's hope not too many people died in the blaze while you were getting dressed. Or something in it? As Fishguard Meals on Wheels strike enters its second year and starving old age pensioners are reduced to eating their own fingers, Fishguard Town Council have made a controversial decision to call in the army to help out.
At the ball! Help!
And so, at breakfast time, lunchtime and tea time, the 35mm guns of the Fish Guards are firing hot meals into the homes of local pensioners.
Macaroni, cheese and chips from Mr. Bowen's Britain service at Court Road.
This eater up, salt!
All right, on the command, fire! Fire! Fire!
The Army's efforts are certainly bringing home the bacon, but some people are critical of the operation. I asked a woman who'd had all her windows smashed by a salvo of steak and kidney pies what she thought about it all.
Very, very unsafe.
Perhaps you can get the army to stop the delivery.
No, I can't. I've been to almost everybody. To the MP, everybody. Nothing at all. We don't seem to be getting anywhere. Going round and round and round and round in circles.
Yesterday lunchtime, Lime Street was completely destroyed when a barrage of carried eggs, which were past their sell-by date, quite literally went off. This is hideous. Those carried eggs have made all your wallpaper blow off. Have the army said anything about it?
Sorry. I had a letter from them this morning, they're sorry.
How do you feel about that?
Well, mad, of course, and everything is upside down.
I suppose there's bits of carried egg all over the place.
Well, you've got to go upstairs and see upstairs. It's wicked up there.
I declined to go upstairs. For the pensioners of Fishguard, the choice is stark. Get blown up or starve. Either way, it's death by death. Surely they deserve the right to die of hypothermia like other old age pensioners. Tea time. This is Hugh Pugh in Fishguard.
Papa Ludwig, wines aglow, and he looks up to Natalana and looks above right now. What is kid, not live on easy playing, now in this way, una kill you in the battlefield once
I now have two apologies to make. One, because we're going to go into colour again, and two, because we're going to see Barry Welsh again. Viewers of a sensitive disposition, look away now.
So, I wonder if I could ask you a few questions. Barry Welsh. Barry Welsh is coming. You know the proverb, find a pin and pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck? All right, well, let's put it to the test. Here's a pin. I'm going to drop the... There, I've dropped the pin.
Yes.
Now... Oh, I wonder if I could talk to you. I'm Barry Welsh. All right. Let's see if it's under there. Hello, I wonder if I could just ask you a few questions from Barry Welsh. It's about proverbs.
They drop the pin, they stuck underneath mandatory, yeah? Just hold me up. Lift the throat wheel up.
Okay. Yep. There we are. Can you lift the camera over there? Oh, so I wonder if I could talk to you. Oh. Gotta go up the wrong one, wouldn't you?
You dance like a pillock? A lot of men do. But don't worry, a brand new invention means that from now on, even Fred Astaire, who's been dead for more than 200 years, could get down and boogie. It's all the brainchild of Professor Zip Fastener, an expert in trouser physics at Fishguard College of Technology, who's come up with what are quite literally dancing trousers. Professor Fastener claims that the trousers, seen here being tested for Latin American rhythms, can make even the biggest grebo look like Gene Kelly, whoever she is. A team of scientists at Fishguard College of Technology has devised a new way for people who are blind to drive motor cars in perfect safety.
I can't see anything. Get out of the way. Is this the M4? Hello?
There's great excitement here in Fishguard today as huge crowds gather to watch the official opening of Fishguard Tourist Pipeline, which is hoped to suck up to 500 million tourists a year into West Wales. The pipeline is the brainchild of Mayor of Fishguard, Mr. Kenny Twat's son, Rasputin Twat, who noticed how easy it was to suck his Power Rangers up a Hoover pipe. That principle have now been applied on a much larger scale to the tourist pipeline, built by local volunteer groups such as the Welsh Language Homosexual Society. Tourism is an important part of the local economy, and local councillors decided to take action when figures showed that minus 27 tourists had visited Fishguard in the last 3 years. That's less than no tourists at all, which is impossible, but it happened anyway. And Mayor of Fishguard, Mr. Kenny Twat, activates pipeline. And here are the first pipeline passengers arriving at the emergency hospital set up to cope with the tragedy. Obviously, any new technology will have teething troubles. And Mayor of Fishguard, Mr. Kenny Tratt, said that he hoped the survivors would enjoy what will probably be quite a long stay in Fishguard, in hospital. He added on a triumphant note that local hotels were now fully booked with relatives of the dead and injured. This is Hugh Pugh in Fishguard. Hello. Local doctors are worried about an outbreak of a particularly severe form of chickenpox in Fishguard. They advise anyone showing symptoms of the disease to get straight into the oven and stay there until they are cooked. They used to say that one of the worst things about being in hospital was the food. That's all changed at St. Sardines Hospital, Fishguard, where pioneering chef Lloyd Gross has put the patient's own organs on the menu. Here's Mrs. Thomas enjoying a nice grilled kidney, and she knows it's fresh because it was only removed from her this morning. With all the worries about BSE and salmonella, it's much safer for people in hospital to eat themselves. But I think I'd steer clear of the nuts. There was a public health scare in Fishguard this week after contaminated hemorrhoid cream was sold to members of the public by mistake. Fishguard police believe the cream had been tampered with as criminal. They say that their inquiries should lead to a number of arses. A number of arrests. A plastic surgeon at St. Sardines Hospital, Fishguard, is to face a public inquiry after patients complained about the quality of his work. It's being claimed that Dr. Jekyll, who is 92 and extremely short-sighted, can no longer see what he's doing. I spoke to one of Dr. Jekyll's patients, Anne Robinson. Anne, Dr. Jekyll gave you a facelift 6 months ago. What sort of condition is your face in now?
It's in a disgusting condition.
What's wrong with it?
Well, what's right with it? There's nothing right with it at all.
He has offered to repair half your face at no extra charge. But do you think it's a bit late for that?
The repairs have been they've gone so badly now that they really become beyond repair.
Will you have it done again? Another facelift would cost you £250.
Oh, for 250 pence, I wouldn't.
And that is all we have time for this evening. So I'm going to leave you now with a short interview which I think sums up what I've been doing in Fishguard for the last 10 years. Merry Christmas. Have a good evening. Good evening. Hello there. Do you realise that we've edited this bit of old film to make it look like I'm talking to you?
Yes. It's easily to understand, but I don't think the pedestrian can do the same.
What? What's a pedestrian got to do with it? Do you understand what's going on? You're in a bit of old film, and it looks like you were listening to what I'm saying. You don't get it, do you?
No.
Sure.